Hi, Brian. I'm just wondering what the tone of your statements to your team at halftime was. It was somewhat of a sluggish start for you guys. I'm wondering what you said and whether and how you feel they responded in the second half.
We were sluggish in the first half, Jeff. My words were very firm, and they responded. And look, the game was weird when you guys start talking to me about missed penalties and how the game actually played out. Jeff, aside from that, aside from the soccer, aside from the tactics, what I liked is that the players responded, because I believe we come down here to Portland to win always. We play like we're at home. We're going to go and we're going to press high up the field. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to try and keep possession in their half of the field. And we didn't do any of those things in the first half. None of them. Zero. Yeah, okay, possession in front of Steph Fry. What good does that do you? And so the halftime remarks were firm, direct, and they responded by pressing higher up the field. I needed Alex and Brad to get higher up the field and press. I needed JP and Kellen to press higher up the field. And, now they got a penalty. Okay, fine, fair enough. Giveaway. We got a deserved penalty. Their goalkeeper injured himself, which we don't like injuries, but that came because we're pressing high up the field. So what I'm most proud of is that our team never gives up. They never quit. They didn't play up to their standard in the first half. I need to do a better job to make sure that they feel confident coming into Portland, our arch rivals, and they can play the way we know they can play.
Jeremiah O'Shan.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on a win. If you could just talk real quick about Freddie, his start, and kind of, I don't know if you took any extra pleasure in him scoring a goal against the Timbers.
Look, I don't know the exact stats, Jeremiah. I'm sure you guys are starting to dig into that already, but we've had Clint Dempsey, we've had Freddie Montero, now we got Raul. I mean, we got guys that are Portland killers. And so Freddie coming back and scoring that goal was tremendous. You'll see the highlights of the video, guys. I let the guys come in the locker room afterwards. Freddie's leading Jingle Bells. That was a good cameo for Freddie. And I am hopeful for many more goals, many more appearances from Freddie.
Masvida.
Hey, Brian, how does one become a Portland killer? Is it something that's in the club? Is it something you say to them? Or is it just something that, the player rises up to the occasion?
Well, these are big games. And Clint was a big-time player. Raul's a big-time player. Freddie's a big-time player. Maz, you can't just go, let's talk about Steph Fry, too. I mean, Steph Fry making that save. You guys can watch the highlights. You guys can watch the replay. His foot was on the line on that penalty. So VAR, I mean, I don't know what they're looking at, but that was very close to me. So we have players that rise up to the occasion. That's the learning curve. That's the lesson. This was a big game. We knew Portland. Gio's a good coach. I knew he was going to get his guys fired up. This was the type of game for them to forget about Champions League. Beating us would have pushed them into league play. This is just what they needed. We warned them about that.
Did Portland?
Maz, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, just a quick follow-up. Brian, on the first half, was it Portland playing multiple defenses? Is that what slowed you guys down?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Multiple defenses? No.
Well, I mean, the way
play up to our potential, Maz. The easy answer is we didn't play up to our potential.
Fair enough. Thanks, Coach.
Alonso Contreras.
Thank you, Matt. Coach, congratulations for the win. Coach, I would like to ask you, it seems when you guys play away, the 5-3-2 formation doesn't get the same flow when you play at home. What do you think it happens?
I disagree. I think some of our attacking movements were good in the first half. I mean, look, with one more final pass, a little more patience, we could have scored in the first half. Brad got in behind Van Rankin, the right back from Portland, on numerous occasions, and we just didn't have that final piece of quality. We could have opened up the scoring in the first half. So I might disagree.
Reminder, guys, to use the hand raise function if you want to get a question in, but for now, we'll go to Nico Moreno.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, with a lot of the questions already out of the way, I'll just ask two real quick. One, regardless of in every game, it seems like the formation has gave spells that have been extremely effective. And initially, you know, this formation was kind of made as temporary, perhaps, or it seemed like it was something kind of put to just temporarily fix certain deficiencies, and it's looked so great. Is that just something that might just become a new standard for Seattle Sounders? And then I'd like to ask about what you thought about the defensive effectiveness today. And Yeimar Gomez Andrade seem to have a pretty big game.
I don't know about your first question, Nico. Temporary, I mean, what's temporary? 4-2-3-1, 3-4-1-2, whatever you guys want to call it. I mean, we're using that formation now. We might go back, we might go forward. It just depends. As far as Yeimar is concerned, yes, he was fine in moments, but when Delem had to foul that guy for Tiloma's free kick, you know, Yeimar needs to just push that guy negative. The guy turns, spins inside of Yeimar, and then Delem has to foul him. So there's things that we need to work on collectively. There's individual defending in the first half. They had a left footer on one side and a right footer on the other side. They cut in, and then our defenders would just let them cut in and then back away. And it's like, no, if a guy cuts inside you, you actually go towards the ball and you actually, you know, put more pressure on the player that's turning inside. So I didn't think that the team played well individually defensively. Collectively, yes, that formation works because you had that extra center back. And yes, okay, maybe I'm a little critical of Maz or, you know, anybody else. Sometimes 3-5-2 ends up 5 at the back because you're under pressure. We understand that. But our emphasis is to always be aggressive and always push our wing backs higher up the field to press higher up the field.
Jason Mitchell.
Hey, Coach, just real quickly on Ladero. Is this the same knee that he had work on for tendonitis last year, and what's your level of concern there?
I don't know, Jason. We're doing everything we can to just remove the inflammation. He'll be day to day.
Thank you.
Felipe.
So, Coach, congratulations. You said that the team didn't play good in the first half, and you just said there are players that didn't play good. Was this due to mental issue? Like they needed more motivation, or was just a bad game?
What I told my team after the game was it's better to try and fail rather than to not try. And so in the first half, we needed to just play the way we know we can play. And if we fail, because look, we're not going to win every game. We're not going to go through this league season undefeated. But I want them to try and play the way we know they can play. And then if we fail, then it's okay. But if we don't try and play, then that therein lies the problem. And I didn't say people played poorly individually. I said we can get better. Yeimar can get better. Alex can get better. You know, Raul can get better. Christian can get better. Steph can get better. I mean, we looked at the setup of the wall. Those are all things we can do better. Overall, what I want you guys to hear and what this game will mean 10 years from now is we came down to Portland, we won, and we got 3 points. And it was a hard game. And Steph Fry has 1,000 saves. And Freddie Montero and Raul are tied for the goal scoring lead against Portland. And we came together collectively. And so far this year, we've given up 2 goals, both of them on set pieces. So no goals from the run of play. So I am immensely proud of a lot of the things that we have accomplished so far, but it's early. And we're going to continue to try and get better. And I'm also going to say that that team, that group, again, just does not quit. They keep fighting. And that's what I most appreciate within that group.